Hey guys, what's going on? It's Jake here, and today we have for you the Gorod Krovi Easter egg guide. Now this is going to be the full Easter egg guide from start to finish, including some of the little things that you might not get told in other guides, such as doing the Dragon Strike, basically stuff that you really need to have done to do the Easter eggs. This is going to include everything that you are going to need. So let's get right into it. The first couple of things that you are going to need are you're going to need the Dragon Strike complete, in which includes you doing the lockdown in the bunker. You're going to need to obviously have the dragons unlocked to be able to fly to and from the bunker. So one of the first things you will end up doing is obviously turning on the power. Now once you've turned on the power, you're going to start to get the little fuses dropping that you can start to enter in the command modules to the computers to actually start dropping the dragon parts. Now as soon as they do drop, try and place them into a machine as soon as possible. That way you're going to have the missile drop down and you are going to be able to end up using the Dragon Strike as soon as possible. This means you are going to be able to go to the dragon area, start the lockdown earlier so the zombies there are easier to kill. Now obviously once you have completed the lockdown, you are also going to get the G-Strike. Now this is going to be needed to collect a trophy later on in the progress of the Easter egg, so you want to make sure you do pick up that G-Strike as soon as possible. This way you have it and you don't have to keep travelling forward and back. Now obviously while you're in the bunker area, also shoot down the dragon egg, which you are going to place in one of the dragon nests around the map. This will allow you to start the process on the dragon egg to end up getting the punch and the mini dragon on your fist, basically the specialist ability in this map. If you don't already know how to progress with the dragon egg, it's quite a simple thing to do really. All you have to do is place it down into a nest, run around that area until the big dragon will come down and place fire on that area, so it will basically cook the egg. Once it has cooked the egg, you've got to wait one whole round for you to be able to pick it back up. Once you can pick it back up, you will then need to end up getting kills of napalm zombies. Now to do this, you need to make the dragon come down and place fire on a set of zombies. Once it does that, just kill them zombies. That counts as napalm zombies, so once they are on fire. Once you end up seeing the progress bar around the egg move a little bit like a section, you've completed that step and the napalm zombies are no longer needed. Once you've completed the napalm zombie kills, you want to end up getting penetration kills with zombies. So obviously the best weapon to use for this is really a sniper rifle, and just have a load of zombies if you can in a line. Even if you're only doing 2 at a time, it is usable and you can end up getting it completed. It does actually complete really quick, as if it's only sort of like 14 zombies or something around that number. It's not a high amount. Now one of the final steps that you actually need to do with the actual dragon egg is to get melee kills. Now you can use either a bowie knife, you can use the wrench, any melee weapon including the shield can be used for this, as long as you are just doing the normal melee punch, not the fire punch with the shield. So once you've done that, again the progress bar will now fill up completely. It's only about 10 zombies with this, so it's not that many melee kills that are needed. Once you've got the melee kills, you want to take the dragon egg back down to the bunker, and down in the basement of the bunker you will see an empty incubator, which is just sort of like a pipe that sticks up. It will ask you to basically place the egg into the incubator, press square on that, and then that will allow the egg to incubate. It takes about 30 seconds to do this, maybe longer, but you do end up having a lockdown and you are locked in the basement. So you basically have to survive in there and just kill whatever zombies there are. Once it's complete, you then have to leave the egg 2 rounds to basically incubate and cool down again. But Sophia will tell you that it is complete. When the incubation is complete, you need to go back down to the incubator, pick up the egg, and now you can go to the spawn challenge boards and end up using the bottom icon to pick up the actual melee punch and the mini dragon that is also included on this item. So while doing the incubation step, you can end up doing other steps towards the Easter egg. This can include picking up certain parts of trophies that you are needed for one of the next coming steps in the Easter egg, and you can also be getting your weapons ready for when you are needing them. There are 6 trophies that you need to collect around the map. Now this is going to be for a step later on in the Easter egg, but it's easier to collect them right at the beginning of the game when you are having spare points, and obviously they are just little things that you need to collect. So the first of many is actually sitting on top of the statue right across from the dragon command area. It's on the hand of a soldier on the right. Basically what you need to do is shoot that with 1 bullet and it will fall down, and it will fall down to the right going towards the infirmary section. Once you've collected that one, go to the tank station, go to the lower area where there is the little dial on the wall. Now if you're looking away from the dial, you'll see a pipe that actually just has a bit of water leaking out of it. Go up to that, pull out your shield and do the fire punch on it. Once you do that, go upstairs and go towards the double tap machine. On the floor next to double tap there will be a drone style trophy. Now just pick that up and you have 2 of the 6 trophies collect. For the 3rd trophy, you're going to want to go across to the supply depot area or the library, whichever you want want to call it. And in there is the trap, which is the robot's eye. Once you do that, you will end up having the laser beam shoot down towards this bottom ramp. Basically just let that finish off and let it just finish up in the floor. Once this is completed, a safe under the ground will open up, and this will allow you to collect a trophy of the Russian Mangler. So now you have 3 of the 6 trophies collected. You're going to want to go outside of the actual library and supply depot area, basically just where you drop down from that ramp where you just activated the trap a moment ago, and there's a little puddle just outside there. Just out there, you're going to want to place your Dragon Strike to basically end up blowing up that area. This will rise a new trophy from the water, which will look like the nuke. Once you collect that, you are now 4 out of 6 trophies collected. Now the 5th trophy will require you to go down to the bunker area. If you do this earlier, better off, so you're not going backwards and forwards to the bunker, but you're going to want to go back down through the sewer pipe, coming back towards spawn area, and you'll see a little red light inside the bunker at some stage on top. Shoot that and it will turn green, but you'll also hear like a cracking sound, so as if you've shot it. Now if you're playing in a solo game, you're going to have to go back to the bunker, and on the floor where the Pack-a-Punch is, there is also a toilet just at the other side of the Pack-a-Punch machine area. There is a toilet that will start like leaking and everything, and inside there is a trophy of the Group 935 logo. If you're doing this in a co-op game, someone else can stay by there and collect it once you've shot it, but if you're in a solo game, you're going to have to collect it when you next go back to the bunker. Now for the 6th and final trophy, you're going to want to have the Dragon Punch in your inventory, so you're going to have to have finished the Dragon Egg, and the incubation is going to have finished. Once you have equipped it and it is on your person, you're going to want to go into the operations bunker, and in there is a safe that looks exactly like the one from the Eisendrache. Basically just punch that, it is the right trigger to punch it. Once you hit that, you will end up opening it up, and there inside will be another trophy. So now you have all 6 trophies, you are ready to progress with the Easter egg. Now you can't place these down just yet, you've got to do one more step before you can place them, but you've more than likely got to the stage now where you're going to do the step before you can place them. What you're going to need to do is have a dragon ready at either the tank station, the supply depot, or even the dragon control area. Now once this dragon is there and you are on a Valkyrie round, you're going to want to ride the dragon across to the bunker area where you can Pack-a-Punch. Now once there, you're going to want to go down to the basement area again where you incubated the egg, and you will see a generator covered in like a blue tarpaulin or sheet above it. Now you're going to want to kill one of the Valkyries in this room, and this will end up starting up the generator. Now you are ready to go back to the spawn area and start doing the steps with the dials and the tubes to end up getting the code password that you need to put into Sophia. So this step can be really confusing, but it's really easy to understand once you know what you are doing. So basically you want to go around the whole map and find these little clock dials, which have a 1, 2 and a 3, and maybe even have a green light, a blue light or no light on top of them. If you find the one with the green light, then you have found the starting one. Now this is where all the pressure is coming from, and it's going to feed it through to the rest of them. You are also going to want to find the one that will include the little code cylinder. Now this will just be bouncing around in one of the pipes, and basically you're wanting that all the pressure and all the air to get to that one as the end point. Now for this step, I've gone and put some text guides onto the screen right now. This is going to help you a lot during this. So where it says like the little G in the brackets next to the letter, that is going to be where your green light is, and where it says T, that is where the tube is going to be inside the pipe, wriggling around and wanting to come out free. So basically what you're going to want to do is basically pause the video on the section of which one yours is starting at, whether it's the department store, the armory, the infirmary, the tank depot, the dragon command, or the supply depot. Now I'm going to go ahead and give credit to XPL Jesus and also Jedi X King 98 on Reddit for actually doing these guys, because they are really helpful and they actually work. So they've spent time actually, probably starting up a game, doing this step, ending the game once they have it correct, and logging their results. So really big credit and thanks to them. So if you follow them guys, once you know which one it starts at and which one it ends at, you'll literally just have to go around the map and change them to the correct numbers. Sometimes you do have to go to the green and actually spin that round in a full loop and put it back to where it should be. That sometimes ends up popping out the correct one. Sometimes it might just be that little thing that does just need changing every now and then. So if you've done that correct and the actual cylinder has popped out of the tube, you literally just need to go ahead and take that over to Sophia's machine, and there will be a prompt to enter the actual cylinder. Once you do this, you're going to end up having a password dial open up, and you're going to want to shoot it to the password Kronos. Now I will put that on the screen just so you do know what it is, and there's also going to be in the video shooting it to the correct location. Now once you've entered the password, you will be given a prompt to accept the password. Hopefully Sophia will say that is correct if you have entered the password Kronos. Now what you're going to want to do is turn around and you'll see a big screen with a picture of the map on. Now what you want to do here is press the green button and place down the 6 trophies. Now once you have placed these 6 trophies down, you can press the green button again to end up receiving one of the 6 trials that you have to complete. Now at this stage you could be given any of the 6, so down below there will be timestamps for each trial that you will need, so you can just click whichever one it will be. So if you do struggle, just hit them timestamps and this will guide you through, because obviously they will not be in the same order for every single person. So the first one that I'm going to cover is going to be the Wisp step. Now this is Gershie's Wisp. It is displayed by like a little sort of orb on the actual trophy cabinet. So what you're going to want to do is go over to the tank station and find it around there. It is a bright orange Wisp. Now what you'll have to do for this is shoot it with a pack-a-punched weapon. Now what you have to do is when it stops moving, shoot it a lot with a pack-a-punch weapon and it will basically freeze and give you a quote. You have to repeatedly do this until you get 3 sets of quotes out of him. Once the 3rd quote has been completed, he will just go straight over to the dragon control area and straight into a machine where Sophia will do something with him. I'm not going to spoil that, that is something for you to actually experience. Now once you've completed that one, you can go back over to the machine where you place the trophies and activate a new challenge. Now I'm going to cover the Mangler step, which will spawn a friendly Russian Mangler somewhere on the map. You have to find him. He's normally again around the tank station. Now he will be displayed as having green eyes and he will try to attack one person, but he won't kill you. He just tries to do a shockwave attack on you every now and then. At certain range he will start sprinting towards the player, so you just got to keep moving and keep close to him. This gets him again towards the dragon control area, so you've got to just guide him to the little teleporter pad that is in the corner. Be sure not to injure this Russian Mangler as it will be destroyed and killed, which will include failing the step, which obviously will just delay your progress. Once again, Sophia will interact with this character and that is that step complete. Again, you can go ahead and press the green button and accept a new challenge. Now the next challenge will be a friendly Valkyrie drone. Now this one does spawn at the spawn area, so you're going to want to go to the left of the actual fountain area and basically just stand around and wait there. The Valkyrie drone will float outside of the map and come into the map. It has no tentacles and it is already damaged, so you're going to want to be careful with this one, as again if you do shoot it, it will be destroyed. So you've got to be really careful with this and guide it all the way across to the dragon control area. You've got to walk really slowly and make sure you are not shooting it. Now the Valkyrie drone will not speed up, it'll always stick at 1 pace going all the way across. So it will either go through the Infirmary or the Armory. It chooses its route every different game, so it will go one of the 2 ways. But once you get across there and get it into the dragon control, it will again go onto the little pad and that is it, you are completed. So now you have 3 challenges down and 3 to go. So the next one I'm going to explain is about the orbital drop that will fall somewhere outside the map in one of 3 locations. Now this can be either behind Dragon Command, behind the tank station, or behind the supply depot. Once this does drop, you have to defend it from the zombies that are going to spawn around it. Once you do defend it enough, it will basically explode exactly the same as the 3 to actually get the dragon control do. Once this does happen, you want to send out your little dragon on your wrist to basically collect the part from it. Only one person should do this, else you will end up glitching the game and the item will just hover outside the map and you have no way to collect it. Once you do send out your mini dragon, it will collect it and bring it back inside the map and just drop it as a normal drop. You should pick this up and take it over to the Sophia machine and enter it into the Sophia machine. Once you have done that, you are now down to 2 challenges remaining, and the next one is going to be the bomb step. Now this can be a difficult one since you have so little time to basically read which ones it is going to be on the screen, and then you have to run around the map and press the correct buttons. Now if you are going to be doing this co-op, you're best to have a certain amount of people ready to jump to a certain set of switches. simply because you have so little time to do this on co-op. Like 4 players, you have possibly 45 seconds, if not less, to basically go around the whole map and press each switch. So basically you're going to want someone just dedicated to watching which ones they are and saying which they are, and then basically have the other people in certain areas. So basically you can have one person in the Armory and also in the supply depot, you can have one person in the Infirmary and also in the tank, and then one person in the Dragon Control, and then another person in the department store. Now the screen where the trophies are will give out a sequence that they are meant to be pressed in. Each one is only pressed once in this sequence, so it could be from Armory to supply depot to Dragon Control, so on so on. So each one is only pressed once, it will never return to a certain area. If you don't press them correctly, the person who presses the incorrect button will go down. So make sure you are doing them correctly. If you miss it completely and you run out of time, try and get to a dragon area and fly away if you can. You don't go down that way, the bomb will just go off and no one dies. Now the final challenge that Sophia will give you is a lockdown challenge, so you have to pick up a key card once it selects it and take it over to the bunker, where you go down to the ground floor and you'll see a little terminal in the back area which you have to have all 4 players activate. Now this will start a new lockdown sequence, but it's different to the original lockdown. In this one you only get the Russian manglers attacking you, and again it's the same 4 waves, so it'll be one window, then another window, and then all windows open. So you have to be very careful on this one, seeing as it is the Russian manglers. They're not as easy, but there's only a certain amount of them that do spawn, so you could end up with a progress bar, still a quarter of it left, but have nothing spawning. That means you've killed everything that there is that would spawn. Once the bar is complete and the lockdown has finished, go back to the terminal where you just placed a key card in and all 4 players had to activate it, and collect the key card back. Now you want to take this key card back to Sophia and basically insert it into her machine. This will give you a battery or a power core that you need to give to Nikolai 1.0. So the person who picks up this power core needs to go to the spawn area by the fountain, go to where the bus that says Belinsky Square is on, and basically pull out the dragon again and send it out away. This dragon will then fly into the distance, give Nikolai 1.0 the power core. Once you end up returning to the Sophia machine, you will then be able to proceed with this Easter egg and go to the final step. So now you've given Nikolai 1.0 the power core, you now want to be getting set up ready for the boss battle that is going to commence on this map. An item that you're going to want is going to be the aftertaste gobblegum, just in case you do go down in this area. It's not really necessary, but it is one, just in case you're not feeling confident the first time round. You will get revived with all your perks. If you are doing it with 4 people, you are going to want 2 people, if possible, with the NX Shadow Claws Pack-a-Punched. This will allow them to revive people at a distance and also revive all their perks. The best weapon to really use down there to destroy the dragon and Nikolai 1.0 in the mech suit will be an LMG, because it's got a lot of ammo and it's quite a steady gun that really does aim to the spot that you want to shoot at. So the best weapons that you really can use for this is the BRM and the Dingo, since they have quite a quick reload time. They're not a burst weapon, they are a fully automatic weapon as well, and they are quite a steady weapon. Along with these you can also have the PPSH, since it does have a large ammo count and it's easier to use for all the zombies and stuff that are on the ground instead of Nikolai and the dragon. So when you are ready to go into this boss battle area, you want to stand on the massive pad where the Sophia machine once was. As you've noticed, the machine has moved back to allow this area for you to stand on. All players must stand on this and you will enter the boss battle area. Now once you are in the boss battle area, you want to have one person press the button in the center. This will cause the initiation of the sequence to basically have Nikolai 1.0 free and also the dragon enter the area. For the first part of this, Nikolai 1.0 will not attack the player. He wants to focus all his attention on the dragon that is in the area, and you want to too. So basically this dragon will end up having a certain time where you can shoot certain areas of his body. The first area is on his left wing, then it will be on his stomach and then his throat. When you need to start focusing fire on the dragon is announced by Nikolai 1.0 in the mech suit, and also you will see his harpoon style weapon actually hit the dragon. This will open up the area to start shooting him. Once you have killed the dragon, you will basically get a mini cutscene which talks to Nikolai 1.0. This is different from each character's perspective by the different voice, so each person does the same actions but has a different actual quotes that are said. But basically then you are attacking Nikolai 1.0 as he doesn't want to give up easily for you. Now this is where you need to start focusing fire on certain areas of Nikolai. The first two are on his sort of chest area. There's two orange rectangles that you want to attack fire on, and then also when he shoots out raps from his back, you will see the two power cores on his back lift up. You need to focus fire on the two power cores at only them time. No other time will do damage on these, but basically they lift up every time he releases the raps from his back. Once you have taken out the two power cores on his back or shoulders, and then also the two rectangle plates on his front chest, you will then have to get something that's more around his stomach, which is a very small square. Once you destroy that, Nikolai 1.0 has been defeated and will fall to the ground in the mech suit. And then the cutscene continues, obviously, which you did see yesterday, but I will leave it to play at the end of this video. If this Easter egg guide did help you do the Easter egg, please leave a like. Also subscribe if you are new around here. There will be more Gorod Krovi videos coming. There is still a lot more stuff to find and actually upload about this map. Thank you and goodbye.
You think you will kill me now? I am sorry, Nikolai. I wish there was another way. But know this, in my heart, I share the same pain as you. The pain that you buried and blurred beneath an alcohol-fueled haze. Yes, the pain of your memory. You loved and you lost. Everything else has been delusional fantasy that distance you from painful truth. You know what I speak of. You remember, before the bombs fell, before she was taken from us. Some things are forgotten for a reason!
It is done. The souls have been collected, Maxis. We will see you